Hello and welcome to the description video of your next Principles of Technology project, the Inspiring Innovator exhibit. This project springboards off of the Inspiring Innovator write-up that you did for work before this assignment. And the goal is to take that innovator and build an exhibit around them and their work. Now, right away, let's describe the choice you get. You may either build an exhibit using artsteps.com, or you may make an interactive Google slideshow. What do I mean by interactive? I'm going to go straight to that right now. So, slideshows, right? We've made and given a million slideshows, and most of the time they start with slide 1, and you talk about that, and you go to slide 2, you talk about that, you go to slide 3, and you talk about that. Oh, but you're looking at this slideshow and you're like, hey, there's something different here. There are buttons across the bottom that look like navigation buttons, and you are right. For example, if I click the home button, I go home in my slideshow. And if I look at this and I say, I'd like to learn more about the right glider, I click on it, and I go straight to that slide that is about the right glider. Want to go and see about the right family? Great choice. Click on it. Learn about the right family. An interactive slideshow is a slideshow where it's not just linear, going slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, but it also allows your visitor to pick and choose where they want to go and navigates a lot like a web page. Now, if you've never made one of these before, fear not, I've got you covered. I've made a couple of videos that will describe how you build an interactive slideshow. But again, it's choice time, friends. You could make an interactive slideshow like this, or you can make the Art Steps online exhibit that you've already worked with. Now, this final project is due Monday, May 18th by 3 p.m. But I want you to pay attention. We've got micro deadlines built into this. Honestly, that's so it doesn't all build up, so you're feeling like you got to do it at the end. We're going to spread that work out. As a matter of fact, your first assignment here in spring of 2020 is due Wednesday, May 6th at 3 p.m. And what we're asking you to do is to go to this Google form that's in Google Classroom and put your name in there, give us your email address, and write the name of your innovator. Tell us who you're going to focus on, and then in 2 to 3 sentences, describe their innovation or discovery or invention or technology, whatever it is that they created. We'd like you to have this done by Wednesday noon so we can review your list, and when we see you Thursday at 12:45 during our fun-filled Zoom call, we can then talk about these as a group. Everybody should be prepared to discuss your innovator during our Zoom call. So be ready to talk because we're calling on you people. All right. Next up, we would like you to submit by May 12th at noon. That's Tuesday. Give us an idea of how it works in 3 to 6 sentences. How does this technology or innovation or invention or discovery work, and what purpose did it serve? And we are going to have an extra special Tuesday Zoom call where we'd like you to be prepared to tell us what you've learned. Now, the third assignment for this is Thursday, May 14th. In 3 to 6 sentences, describe the legacy of your innovator's work in 2020. So how is that person's work viewed now? Is it still relevant? Is it still in use? Is it still in daily use? Or has it been surpassed or improved upon by some later innovation? And as always, be prepared to discuss this during our Zoom call on Thursday, May 14th. That's right, next week we're going to have 2 Zoom calls. So be ready, friends. And then the final deadline for this is Monday, May 18th. That is when you turn in your completed artsteps.com exhibit or your interactive slideshow by 3 p.m. in Google Classroom. All right, let's take a breath. And let's talk about the similarities and differences, what we want you to include in either the virtual exhibit or the slideshow. So there are some differences. I'm going to talk about the virtual exhibit first and what we'd like to have in there. So first of all, that means you design and build your exhibit in artsteps.com. Right on. We want you to include at least 6 images with descriptions or labels, and I'll get more to that down in the bottom here. Include at least one 3D object that relates to your subject, and your exhibit must include a guided tour with at least 6 stops. All right, that's only if you're making a virtual exhibit in artsteps.com. If you choose to make a slideshow, you need to have at least 6 slides with content related to your subject. And bear in mind, friends, the title slide and the slide that says the end or goodbye doesn't count towards these 6. We'd like you to embed at least one relevant video that you find online into your slideshow. So find a video about your innovator, their invention, how it works, or how it is viewed today. Make your slideshow interactive, and we discussed that. Make it so it navigates like a website with a home page and individual buttons on each slide that take us to the other slides. Let's get into the similarities. So what you're looking at now on page 2 of this assignment descriptor, this is what everybody's going to have, whether you're making a slideshow or an artsteps.com exhibit. You're going to choose a subject. Check. We're going to want you to include a timeline that has at least information about when they were born and where they were born. We'd like in that timeline to list off some significant events that happened in their life before they turned 18 or before they found notoriety or success. Was there something in their life, whether it relates to their innovation or not, that happened to them? Something dramatic, something interesting, something crazy, something thought-provoking. We'd like to get some information on that timeline about when they began or ended their education, or maybe some of their first jobs. Again, doesn't have to relate to what they built at all. Remember, the Wright brothers, one of the first things they did as young adults was to start a bicycle shop. So if you're working at Sunshine Bikes, hey, who knows? Anyhow, and then let's end that timeline with the date and location of their death, and if available, the cause. Now, let's set the stage for the discovery. We'd like you to choose at least 2 of these areas and give us some information about what was happening during this person's life, but maybe before their discovery. So you could choose any of these 2: culture, conflict and war, medicine, economy, industry. What was happening in their country, in their state, in their area that was going on around them? It may or may not have been a direct influence, but what was happening? Okay, next up, why was this discovery or invention or theory a breakthrough? After that, we'd like to learn specifically about their invention or discovery or technology, how it works and why it works. Use complete sentences with proper grammar and punctuation. And then lastly, what is the legacy of this discovery or work in 2020? How is this individual remembered in 2020? Now you'll notice there are 6 things here, and we're asking for at least 6 images in the exhibit or 6 slides in your slideshow, not including the title slide and the end. So these fit neatly into either 6 exhibit images or 6 slides. Now, either way, we'd like to have an image on every slide. So for each slide, and we want at least one image of either the person or their invention, their discovery, their improvement, their technology. Now, for each of these images, think about putting like an exhibit label there. Describe the image, describe how the image related to your subject, give us the date and location of the image, if available, and cite the source of the image. So that's a long description of an exciting assignment. We look forward to hearing your questions in class or by email. Let us know what you think. Please let us know your questions and whatever help we can provide. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in class.